News at 11.
Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Tim Gordon. A pride event in Marion County will not move forward this year. It's an emotionally charged issue for this community. Galen Etlin heard from the people involved.
The Kaiser Pride Fair would have been on its second year and was largely well received last year, but the woman behind it says it comes with some heavy baggage. Chalmers Jones Park in Kaiser will remain quiet this year, absent of the bright colors and crowds from the Pride Fair. These photos show last year's inaugural event.
It grew very quickly.
Claire Snyder organized it, and hundreds attended. She saw a need.
I have 2 trans children.
But a group from Southern Oregon arrived with signs condemning LGBTQ people. The hateful language resulted in pushback and police arriving to move demonstrators along. After that event, Claire started receiving worse messages online.
Personal threats against myself and my children.
The mayor and council members condemned such attacks last year and voiced support of the Pride Fair.
It was wonderful. I enjoyed my time there as well.
But the action's just not matching the words.
Claire says in more recent months, the city has not done enough to push back against anti-LGBTQ and racist presenters coming to the Salem-Kaiser area, including some with the Reawaken America tour last month. The city cited free speech and sent police for potential crowd control.
Even if you can't control these people coming into our community, to speak out and say something.
Claire canceled the Pride Fair this year over security concerns.
And safety is not just that I'm not murdered, that I'm not beaten, that there's not blood coming out of my body. Safety is knowing that my neighbor, rather than threatening me, is willing to stand beside me and say, you're a human too, and you deserve to be here.
Mayor Kathy Clark sent a statement to KGW saying in part, Kaiser is a diverse community. Last year's Pride Fair was one way in which an individual community member made a difference and created an opportunity to bring understanding through a celebration of our diversity. But Claire fears emboldened anti-LGBTQ discrimination.
What would your response be to them?
And imagine someone flying a flag outside your door saying, blue eyes suck. You can't change your blue eyes. You can't walk outside your house and just ignore what is in your face. And all I am asking is to be seen as a human, for my children to be seen as human beings that exist here and deserve to celebrate their life and who they are.
Both Kaiser's mayor and Kaiser Pride Fair have lengthy statements on this subject, and we've put the full statements on KGW.com. Galen Etlin, KGW News.
All right, we're going to move to the weather now, and it's a wild day for weather. It has been in Oregon, here in Portland and the suburbs. We saw heavy rain downpours this evening just after 6, lasted about 30 minutes or so. Then check out these pictures of hail that dropped in Clackamas County, quite a bit of it there. These pictures are sent to us from KGW viewer Gary Walker. He says the hail sounded like a train rolling by, but it lasted about 10 minutes. As you can see, it really was enough to cover the ground there. Same thing could be seen in Cornelius, thanks to the KGW viewer that also sent these pictures in from out west there. Then check out this slow-mo video posted by the Marion County Sheriff's Office showing snow up at the little higher elevations there in Marion County. And this is where you expect to see the snow, up on Mount Hood. But hey, not necessarily at this time of the year. Chris McGinnis is here. Chris, it's
all right, I told you there was going to be a quiz on this now.
Yeah.
So what is our average high for this time of the year?
It is 68.
Good.
I nailed it.
You know what we hit today? 53.
Mother Nature needs to change the course here.
She does. We missed we missed a record low minimum by 2 degrees
Just
today.
2 degrees.
So it was chilly out there.
Really
okay, so the weather's starting to quiet down a little bit. Let's get you the radar right now. There still are some green blobs on the map, and of course some snow flying in the Cascades. All of these showers, though, are continuing to diminish here. You can see the progress and the trend here over the last 3 hours. That said, it's still snowing up on Mount Hood. There's a live look at Timberline. Timberline picked up at one point 19 inches of snow in 24 hours and something like, 2.5 feet of snow in the last 3 days. Just a remarkable maze system here bringing snow there and snow at the Cascade Pass level as well. You saw that video from the Marion County Sheriff's Office just a little bit ago, even lower than this. But I wanted to bring this up because, of course, with the Mother's Day holiday weekend here, no doubt there are at least a few folks traveling over the Cascade Passes. Most folks have taken off their snow tires because you have to, right? End of April, you take off the studded snow tires. And we've got Cascade Passes that are in some cases a little slick tonight and probably will be tomorrow morning. All right, transitioning to tomorrow morning. We now have a frost advisory in effect for everywhere shaded in blue across southwest Washington and northwest Oregon from midnight tonight through 8 a.m. tomorrow for the possibility of patchy frost. It's not likely to be widespread, but some areas may be dropping down into the lower 30s early tomorrow morning. Futurecast pegs Portland at 41, but check out Salem 37, Longview 37, Tillamook 37, Eugene down to 35, and of course over on the other side of the Cascades we will be below the freezing mark tomorrow morning. So the plan for tomorrow, a chilly start, partly cloudy in the morning with spotty showers popping up in the afternoon. Tim, we've got another cool one on tap for the start of the work week. Only 54, maybe 55 tomorrow afternoon. Your full forecast comes up in just a few minutes.
Okay, Chris, thanks. We will get the vegetable garden planted
Eventually.
Thanks a lot. All right, back to the news now in southeast Portland today. A group of moms demanding action. They want Oregon to do more for their children and others that suffer from addiction. Oregon ranks the worst in the nation for access to treatment, but has the highest percentage of those addicted to drugs. Here's Devin Haskins.
Standing in the rain along a busy street in southeast Portland. A group holding signs, trying to get a message out.
We're tired of this. We're tired of Oregon not doing what they need to do.
You see, each person here has a connection to someone battling addiction or in recovery. Some have even lost their loved one to the disease.
My son is an amazing human who has been struggling with addiction, meth and fentanyl for 5 years.
I have been fortunate enough that I am in long-term recovery and my children have not followed me down the path of addiction. Thank goodness. I pray every day for that.
I'm here with a friend of mine's mom who lost her daughter 2 years ago to alcoholism.
Kelly Hernandez is out here for her son, Trevor.
I worry about him every second of every day. I wake up in the middle of the night worrying about him.
Trevor is 27, homeless, and has been addicted to opioids since 19 after a bout with meningitis. It first started with Percocet and progressed to an addiction with fentanyl.
He's my baby, and fentanyl is a deadly drug. I don't think that addiction is a moral failure. I think addiction is a disease, and I think that the symptoms of that disease are crime and homelessness.
In 2020, Oregon released a 5-year plan to address the opioid issue plaguing the state. Voters even approved Measure 110 to send almost $300 million to make treatment options more accessible. Some say little has been done since, so they took their message to the top.
We're going to head to the governor's house.
With a rose and a flag in hand.
Names of people that have passed.
That flag with more than just a name on it, but representing a person.
There's Katie Buckle, that's my friend. She was 28.
They walked just a few blocks away to Governor Kate Brown's personal residence. They placed those flags outside her house and stood in a circle to remember those they have all lost to the disease.
This has got to improve. The governor and the electeds have to do something. My son is a gifted writer. He was an amazing slam poet.
And you hit it on the head when you said no child ever wants to grow up to be an alcoholic, an addict, or homeless.
For Kelly Hernandez, she won't give up on her son Trevor. She hopes the state doesn't either.
Moms are powerful. They're powerful women, and we want something to change for our kids.
Devin tells us the group did not knock on the governor's door, but it also did not appear anyone was home during the demonstration. Well, a Portland Mother's Day tradition returned for the 9th year as people walked the Alphabet District, raising money for those in need. It was the return of the Raining Roses Walk. The fundraiser is a 5K walk to help raise money and awareness for women and children experiencing poverty and trauma. The walk began with a pre-party at Rosehaven's brand new shelter. They had everything from mimosas to music there. Organizers say it's no coincidence they were doing this on Mother's Day.
You know, Mother's Day can be a really hard day for folks. Not all of us still have our moms, and especially for people that are living outside and in trauma, it can be a particularly hard day. So that's why we do this on this day, is to celebrate those women and celebrate, anybody who's a special woman in your life, anybody who's been a mother figure to you. That's what we're here to celebrate today.
As the group walked the neighborhood, they stopped in at partnering businesses for giveaways. To make the event more fun, you could see there many people dressed up in costumes.